In this lesson, you're going to be learning 3 of the most popular options for advertising your blog on the internet. The first and perhaps most popular option, at least these days, is Facebook ads. By using Facebook's advanced algorithms, you can target specific people who are interested in specific things, people who you know for one reason or another are likely to be your ideal reader. Facebook provides many different options for customization, including obviously different images. You can use videos, you can use different text, it can be short, it can be long. You can run these ads on different platforms, either on Facebook itself or on Instagram or on their very large advertising network where you can advertise on different apps and games and things like that. Many different options, and you can then direct those people to different types of resources, either to a blog post or to a free resource that they need to opt into, or to a product that you're trying to make a sale on. Facebook ads do have their drawbacks though. Facebook ads are extremely competitive, and so you have to be careful to run them with a great strategy and to make sure that all your math makes sense, or else you could wind up losing money. The second popular option for paid advertising for bloggers is Google Ads. As you know, when you run a Google search, the top few results typically are paid advertisements. And this is a really effective place to advertise your blog for those specific search terms that really relate to your posts. One of the reasons why this is so powerful is because people who are on Google, unlike people who are on Facebook, have something called search intent, which just means that they are intending on finding something. They're looking for something when they're in Google, unlike on Facebook where people are just browsing and you're trying to entice them away from Facebook. On Google, they went there with the intention to find a specific something, and if you have that thing that they are looking for, then you can put it right under their nose, and they're someone who is potentially an eager reader or even an eager buyer. Especially if you're targeting a keyword that is less competitive, Google ads can be much less expensive than Facebook ads, and they also are much simpler because there aren't nearly so many variables, there aren't so many options. That is the strong suit of Facebook ads, that's why you'd use Facebook ads, but if you want something easier and more straightforward, then Google ads might be the right choice for you. The third option that I want to share with you for advertising your blog online is actually running ads on other people's blogs. As you know, a lot of bloggers make money by having ads on their site, and many of them do it through Google AdWords, where they just have ads automatically generated on their site in different places where they choose to have them automatically generated. However, most bloggers would actually prefer to work with another blogger, have a specific ad in a specific place on their site that they're completely in control of. Not only will this income be more predictable for them, because typically bloggers pay for an ad by the month rather than by the click, but they also will be able to better control the aesthetic of their site rather than having a random ad in a random color on their site with fonts and pictures that don't match their aesthetic. They can have an ad that will actually look nice on their website. Obviously, doing this is much more personal than doing Google ads or Facebook ads, so it can be more enjoyable for that reason. And it also is pretty simple because you're working one-on-one with one other person and there are less variables in the process. However, some things to keep in mind if you're considering this strategy are that it can be more difficult to actually measure the results. Because you're not working with a big company like Facebook or Google that has advanced algorithms, you won't be able to necessarily track where people go after they click that link. You can use a unique link in that ad and be able to measure how much traffic is coming from that specific ad that you've placed, but you won't necessarily be able to tell what the visitors do after that or how many of those visitors buy. And finally, one more thing to keep in mind when you're considering running ads on someone else's blog is that those ads are most commonly paid for by the month instead of by the click or by the view. When we run ads on Facebook or Google, we're either paying per impression, which means we pay every time the ad is shown to someone, or else, most commonly, we're paying per click, which means we only pay when someone actually clicks on the ad and goes to our website. Now, either of those are possible when you're running an ad on someone else's website, but it's most common to be paying per month just to have that ad stay on their site. So perhaps you might pay $100 or $200 every single month to have your ad stay on their site. Okay, so we've covered the 3 main options for running ads to drive traffic to your site. Facebook ads, Google ads, and blog ads, and now you need to figure out which of those is the right fit for you. Now, Facebook ads are the big guns. You've got the most options, you have the most variables, and the most advanced algorithm. So you can accomplish huge things. You can target very specific groups of people, you can target very large numbers of people, you can show them all sorts of different types of creative, which means images and text. You can reach them on different platforms. But with all of those options and all of that opportunity also comes a lot of complexity. So Facebook ads are definitely the most challenging, have the biggest learning curve, and because so many people have discovered how powerful they are, they've also become extremely popular and extremely competitive, which means that currently they are the most expensive. On the other hand, Google ads comparatively are very simple and straightforward. Getting started with Google ads is a lot easier and the learning curve isn't nearly so steep. And then finally, blog ads can be a great option and they can give you a great value for your money because you're not bidding with other people in quite the same way. So you can come to an agreement with another blogger who might be very happy to have your ad on their site so that they can make a little bit more money every month, and you have the opportunity to reach hundreds, if not thousands, of readers on their site. However, do keep in mind that blog ads can be a bit more of a gamble and the results can be harder to measure. Alright, that's everything for this video lesson. You now understand the 3 most popular ways to advertise your blog on the internet and also the pros and cons of each of these different options.